here we go. Oh, man. So here we go. We got CNN very own Van Jones. Oh, I was waiting for this one. Shout out to Van Jones. Apparently, Van Jones has quite the interesting take on all of these events that are partaken today. President Joe Biden is announcing that he's dropping out of the race, and he is endorsing Kamala Harris to be the nominee. This is CNN News, CNN Newsroom, folks. Let me know what you folks think in the comment section below. Hit the like, share, and the subscribe button. I hope everyone is getting informed. I hope everyone is staying entertained with this. I hope everyone is having a good one. Make sure you're drinking water. We're going to go take a sip here. For my dog, President Joe Biden, he is announcing that he's dropping out of the race this Sunday evening, July 21st, 2024. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, what a historic day that we are living through. Let's go see what the folks at CNN have to say.
President Biden and Vice President Harris. I want to go back to CNN's Priscilla Alvarez, who is covering all of this from Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Priscilla, what are you learning?
Caitlin, I'm told by a source that President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris spoke today. It's unclear exactly at what time they spoke. Remember, the president put out his letter publicly that he would not seek re-election earlier this afternoon. But the president made clear after that letter that he was putting all of his support behind Vice President Kamala Harris to be the Democratic nominee, and also calling on the party to come together. Now, the vice president was on the trail yesterday. She was at a fundraiser in Massachusetts, where, again, she was defending the administration's record and also trying to underscore the stakes of the election. It was a fundraiser that brought in more than $2 million. Today, however, she was back in Washington, D.C. at her residence and with her staff. So this latest reporting is that the president and the vice president have spoken. That, according to a source who I spoke with, we're still trying to get more information as to what that conversation looked like and when exactly it happened, but significant all the same.
Yeah, of course, and also fascinating to learn about these conversations that he was having. Obviously, you expect him to speak with the vice president about this. Priscilla, keep us updated on what you're learning about this. We also have Van Jones joining us. He is CNN's senior political commentator and a former Obama administration official. And Van, obviously, you and I were talking a lot about this dynamic and how this was ultimately going to play out when we were covering the Republican convention in Milwaukee last week. And with this news, this entire campaign has just upended itself.
Wow. Let it begin. We got Van Jones here. Let's see what he has to say.
Yeah, there's a lot of political stuff. The Democratic Party is a family. At the end of the day, this is a family matter. You know, Joe Biden's body may not be as strong as it used to be. His language skills may not be as sharp as it used to be. His heart is as big as ever. His heart is as big and as true and as strong. And this is the difference between a politician and a leader. He made a selfless decision, and people are heartbroken. Even people who are pushing for this to happen. It's kind of like when your grandpa, you got to take the keys, and everybody, you got to take his keys, you got to take his keys, you got to, and he's fighting and everybody's so frustrated, and then you finally get the keys back, and then you just cry. Because this is somebody that you love. This is somebody that you care about. This is somebody who was there for you. This is somebody you wouldn't be here without him. And you have to take something from him. Now, this is not, look, politics is politics. But this is a human moment for one of the great humans in America. This is a huge moment for him, for his family, for all of us who love him, for all of us who wanted him to get across the finish line. But if you're a young person watching this is leadership. This is patriotism. This is what it means to put the country first and put the party first and put the cause first. When your arm gets tired, you let somebody else finish pitching the game. That's what Joe Biden has done.
Wow. Crazy. This is very interesting words from Van Jones. Wow.
And he's done that for all of us. And so I just want to say, I don't know who's going to be the VP, the non-VP. I don't know anything about politics. I just know that I love this man. I care about this man. It was painful every day to sit up here and talk about him like he's just some problem for the party. Wait till we get to the convention. You're going to see people crying, standing, screaming, cheering. He may not get a chance to talk for 10 minutes. We finally get a chance to put our arm around this guy. He did the right thing for this country. He did the right thing for this party. All of us are going to be in this situation someday, and I hope that we take a moment to honor this man and to love this man. I love Joe Biden. I appreciate what he's done, and a lot of people are heartbroken today. Even if it's the right thing, it's still just horrible.
Wow. And he is definitely, he's right on one thing though. Everyone's going to get to this point, right? Everyone's going to grow old. I'm going to grow old. You're going to grow old. We're all going to grow old. We're going to get to that point. And that's what happens with time. Father time, right? You can't beat Father time. It always appears to get everyone, right? And everything. And when there's a time and a moment where you have to accept that, and you got to stand down or take a step back and just kick back, right? Kick back, President Joe Biden. Just kick back, my guy. What is this? Come on, and just let it's someone else, not him, run this country, man, and just sit back, bruh. The sun is setting, my guy. Just kick back. Go get your ice cream and kick back with Jill Biden. Kick back and hang out with Hunter Biden and the rest of your family and settle all that BS that y'all got going on that everyone's been attacking y'all for so long about, that I'm not going to mention in this video, but obviously y'all can do your own homework on that. And just kick back and just enjoy the rest of his life in peace, right?
And Van, I mean, on that point, which is a great point that I think resonates with a lot of people, of the personal nature of a decision like this. We often talk about things in a harsh political lens of who's going to fare better, what this looks like. I mean, I also have to imagine what it's been like the last 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks since that debate, to see, what the reporting has been behind the scenes of Democrats who wanted him to get out. On Friday night, the reporting was that he was seething over, seeing big allies of Pelosi come out and call on him to get out, even upset to a degree with his former running mate, President Obama. And just to see, what he personally has witnessed and these calls from his longtime allies, people who certainly praise his legacy, but said, it's time for this decision to be made.
But have we all gone through this with our own family members? Like, yeah, he's hurt, he's pissed. A lot of us wouldn't have careers. I wouldn't have a career without Joe Biden. Joe Biden picked me out of the puppy pile. He's the person that everybody says you work for Barack Obama. No, I worked for Joe Biden when I was in the administration.
Man, Van Jones is standing on business for Joe Biden. Very interesting, man. Somebody who's like, this guy is loyal. This guy's loyal here. I mean, I kid you not. All these people just whoosh. Joe Biden is so sad, man, but it's like, what's happening here? What's happening? Why was this big flip? Why are we just why are folks, I'm not just saying why are folks all now just figuring out that this guy should probably just be in an old folks home just hanging out? Go doing his thing, not running America, not running legislation and fighting or funding other proxy wars that America has no, need to be in. You know what I mean? It's just crazy, but it's wild, man. My guy, Van Jones, standing on business for President Joe Biden while everyone, when the chips, everybody, it was supposed to be all in, and everyone was like, nope.
I was on his no-class task force. All of us have known that embrace. All of us have gotten those phone calls and those cards when bad things have happened to us. So, that's a family. That's what it is. He's hurt now. He feels let down. He feels that his friends turned on him. In the fullness of time, he'll recognize that it was done out of love and as loving a way as possible. But at the end of the day, some people, and I don't want to mention any names and ruin this day, but some people will back their leader no matter what. Some people, they don't care how many people this man has hurt and how many laws he's broken, no matter how many bad things he's done, that's our leader, we're going to back him no matter what. But this party is not like that. This is not a cult. This is a political organization. And we believe in these principles. And if somebody is sick, if somebody can't do it, there's no shame in that. There's nothing wrong with that. If somebody can't do it, that's okay.
You know what's crazy about him saying this is why is the guy even, why is he running the country right now if the guy can't run for 2024?
And what you see with a Joe Biden, yeah, everything was falling apart around him, but he could have stuck it out. There were people in this party who wanted him to stick it out. There are people in this party right now who are mad that he didn't stick it out. Don't act like it was all on one side. It wasn't about the donors. It was about, could this man hold together all of us anymore? And when he realized he couldn't, he did the right thing and he passed the baton. That is leadership. Pelosi did the same thing with Hakeem Jeffries. That's leadership. That's responsibility. That's what America's supposed to be about. I love Joe Biden. You have people on both sides of the fight in the party who are crying right now, who can't believe it right now. This is not a normal time, y'all. This isn't just politics. This is a moment in time to honor someone who for 50 years put this country first and sacrificed and sacrificed and sacrificed and sacrificed and sacrificed. And today, he's sacrificed again. That's Joe Biden. I love Joe Biden. This country should get around Joe Biden and help our president through these last few months.
Jamal Simmons, you worked in that administration as well.
I will give him I will give him credit. President Joe Biden, he spent a lot of time in politics. He's had 50 years, huh? He served 50 years to the United States political system. Now, whether that was serving him or serving the people that's up for debate. That's how I see it over here. But I mean, by all means, I got to give the guy credit. He put in that 50 years. I haven't done no 50 years. Have you done 50 years? I haven't done no 50 years for the United States of America. So I give him props on that. But I mean, oh man, got to give him props, right, on that. But it's so sad. This guy, he is in the fields. He's in the fields right now.
I wonder what you make of how Van just laid out what a personal decision this was for President Biden to make after facing these calls for 3 weeks now, sustained calls from his own party. And obviously, you worked with him, you worked with Vice President Harris. I wonder what you make of that.
Yeah, listen, as I started out, it's a very sad day. I have heard both Van's sentiments and feel them, right? I mean, there's nothing I found after the assassination attempt last Saturday, when Joe Biden went on television to tell us what was happening. I know people had different feelings. I felt a little easier about it, right? Knowing that Joe Biden was in charge, because here's somebody who was going to be willing to put the American public first and not just his own political needs, not just do what he thought was best for him. And listen, we can try to make this not about politics, and Van, I'm with you. This is a day for Joe Biden. But on the other side of this coin is a guy who is the antithesis of Joe Biden, right? Who's completely about, Donald Trump is completely about putting himself first. So I think as we think about President Biden, all of us who know him and those of us who worked for him, like Van, really feel an incredible sense of loss. At the same time, this is going to help the Democratic Party finish Joe Biden's job, which is the point of what it was he was running for, which is to keep Donald Trump out of the office and to make America a better place that includes more people and has more opportunity for people. And I think that Kamala Harris is going to do a good job doing that. Let me just say this about her. I worked with her every single day. I met with her every single day. I talked to her on the phone just about every single day when I was there. This is a woman who has great public values. She knows what she's in the game fighting for. She's fighting for people who are being left behind, people who are being left out. She's been a prosecutor her whole life. I think that she is uniquely built for a moment. We've got a candidate who's got 34, felony convictions to go out and prosecute him every day. She's somebody who I think has an incredible ability to go out and inspire people and to get them excited about her. I remember seeing little girls. One of the reasons I went to work for the vice president was because I have a daughter. And I remember thinking that I wanted my daughter to have the same kind of model for her life that my son has when he thinks about Barack Obama. And I remember seeing little girls grab her by the hand and look at her like she's Superwoman, like she's Wonder Woman. I remember seeing older women who many of them didn't agree with her politically. They grab her by the hand and they have tears in their eyes.
Kamala Harris, she's like Wonder Woman. That, like, Kamala Harris and Wonder Woman, I never thought to put those two in the same sentence. That's two words. Oh man.
And they'd say, I never thought I'd see the day that a woman would serve in the White House. Those are the kinds of cases that I think as we go forward in this, what will become the next political campaign, I think we will see the kind of energy that and emotion that we're talking about today. We'll see those out of a lot of Americans.
Well, look, folks, that's something else, man. I can't even lie. That, like, the homie Van Jones, like, had me in the feels. This dude should be an actor, man. He should be an actor. He had me in the feels. Like, I don't even, like, wow. That's
And if somebody is
this guy, he should be an actor. I feel him, though. I mean, for somebody that helped put him on, I can see why. I can see why President Biden is like such an influential figure to him, and he's such a, I wouldn't say a godlike figure, but he's like, man, he's like the man. I get it, because he helped put him on and stuff like that. That's an incredible thing. He gave him an opportunity, I would assume, to be on TV and to do what he's doing right now. So when he was working for him when he was a vice president, I get it, man, but it's like, dog, you got to put all that emotion aside, look at what's going on with the country. Like, come on, man. Like, and he even said it. These are like, wow, man. Like, this guy, he's like he's taken aback. He's taken aback. Oh, you can like hear it in his voice and everything. It's incredible stuff that's going on here. The folks that are a part of the Biden administration, the folks that are influenced by President Joe Biden, man, they are in shambles today. Shout out to them. Hopefully they can get themselves together and get back on track and get somebody like, I don't know. It's interesting. The DNC is going to be up here real soon. We're definitely going to be tapped in for that, for all of that. We're going to be doing a live stream for the DNC. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like, share, and the subscribe button. We checked out CNN's Van Jones. You heard my thoughts, and you heard that breaking news. President Joe Biden is stepping out. He's dropping out of the 2024 election. It's sad to hear. It's sad. You hate to hear it, right? But I mean, hey, we got to get some other people in there that want to do some better things for America. So we'll leave it at that. I'll see you on the next